Jumbo, everyone. Radja here. Be More, Give More Daily. Always a thrill to connect with you. A coaching client of mine wanted to meet at a Starbucks, and he didn't want to meet in his office. He didn't want to have our coaching sessions at my office, so he thought Starbucks would be a perfect place since he drinks coffee every morning, and we can just have our coaching sessions there. And great. So I would show up a little early, have my laptop, and I would go up and order, I don't know, some tea or a croissant sandwich or a banana. And I will always observe people. See, when you're in my crazy world, life is just a giant social experiment. So I'm always observing, reading, trying to get something out of human nature so that I have something to share with you. So anyway, for 90 days, I was at Starbucks every Monday, and it was perfect. I got to see how people interacted with the baristas and people around them. And this is purely observation, right? This is not a scientific study. This is just from my observations every Monday. And I would watch the folks who ordered not just for themselves, but probably for people back in the office or back at their house. So they would have multiple orders. They seemed so much more engaged, so much happier. They seemed, they had an umph to them, and you can just tell that they had other people's interest in mind. And they were interacting with the baristas more. And then you had those who just ordered for themselves, who came to just get that one cup of coffee, and it's like, don't talk to me, I'm not awake yet, I need my coffee. They seemed short, not as engaging, not as connected. Now, I would watch that on and off, and it was interesting to observe. Those who were doing for others, those who had other people's interests at heart, seemed a lot more livelier. Seemed to be more engaging and friendlier. And those who were just getting their own cup of coffee, which there's nothing wrong with, also seemed, however, less engaged, a little short, and seeming a little stressed about life. So it was interesting to see that. I think there's a lesson there. When we are in service of others, when we think about others, something unique happens where we gain so much more. Even though we are in service, we gain so much more. And then when we're just focusing on ourselves, life can seem a little stressful and overwhelming. Now, that's not science, that's just my observation, but I think it's something that I kept seeing over and over, enough to share with you. All right, so when you go order your Starbucks, when you go order your coffee, when you go order your tea, think about someone else that you can order for them as well on that trip. I think that would make a difference to them, of course, but interestingly enough, to you as well. All right, so don't just order for you. Be more, give more. Cheers.